You can love it or hate it, but you can't really deny it. You can't deny that no matter what you think or how you perceive yourself, you're just like others. Your thoughts, dreams, actions, and ambitions are just like 99% of people around you. And it's honestly not something you should feel ashamed about. None of us are as unique as we think we are. After all, adapting and fitting in is what we do best and have done since the dawn of time. For most of human history, we've lived in tribes, and our ability to get along with others played a significant role in pretty much everything, starting from how long we lived to if we got married, had children, etc. etc. Adaptability is our greatest strength because it has allowed us to conquer a world that's not inherently meant for us. But here's one thing that most people don't realize: adaptability is a double edged sword. This is especially true in the context of living in the modern world, where we all believe that we can do something great with our lives, that we're all extraordinary, that we can all be some sort of a celebrity, make $1 million, travel the world, or at the very least, somehow make enough money to never bother working again. Is the belief wrong? No, it's your belief, you're entitled to it. But, but, are you sure your beliefs are serving you right? Are they bringing a sense of joy, purpose, and fulfillment in your everyday life? For a lot of people, their beliefs do the exact opposite. They bring a lot of discontentment and a vague sense of living a good enough life. And they can't exactly pinpoint the reason behind feeling this way. It sort of feels like life has peaked and this is as good as it gets. The reason they feel that way is because those people don't know that adaptability is a double-edged sword, that it can, over a certain period of time, make both the good and the bad seem normal. It can make you get used to feeling content and fulfilled, and it can make you get used to being miserable, or somewhere in between, in an existential limbo. It can make your freedom in all its glory and abundance feel like just another Tuesday, and it can make your current state of misery feel like it's the only life that's available to you. You see, the human mind is wired to seek safety and avoid pain. And the reason you feel your life is good enough is because you haven't conditioned yourself from the mind's default setting. You desire to live an extraordinary life, but nothing you do on a daily basis reflects that. You go to a job and work under a horrible boss. You don't try to create any meaningful relationships. All your money is spent on frivolous pursuits, and you see no point in even trying to change anything because deep down you've accepted that this is how good a life gets. You've resigned to living a life of quiet desperation where all you experience are different degrees of pain and pleasure. That pleasure working as a form of escapism or a way to numb out the pain from your work, lack of meaningful relationships, and a persistent underlying sense of dread that follows you around everywhere. The problem with living like this is that it takes you to the end of your days without ever letting you feel accomplished or satisfied with anything you've ever done. All it does is fill you up with regret because you wasted the best years of your life in cold comfort and never realized your full potential. And if that isn't bad enough, some people, usually when they're older, turn to spirituality to numb out the sensation of wasting away or want to bring a sense of purpose back into their lives. This, of course, doesn't work because they're in denial and see spirituality as an objective, something to chase, trap, and enjoy for as long as it lasts. It doesn't work because it's human nature to strive for something bigger, something better than ourselves, something to devote our life to. And unless pursuing the path of being spiritual comes from a greater place of understanding or devotion, you'd end up using it as a crutch. A good enough life is like being on a diet of all chocolate. Makes you crave your boring veggies after a while. So how do you escape the trap of a good enough life? Well, the easy answer is chase your dreams, take more risks, push beyond your comfort zone, aim to be above average in everything that you do, and all the other cliches that you can probably think of. But you probably know that already. I'm not going to give you a sermon about what you already know. Instead, I'll share a mental model that I personally found very helpful. For this to be effective, you must acknowledge one thing, just one. and make it your life's goal. That goal is to live life with no regrets. That's it. That's all you gotta do. See, the truth is that life is unpredictable and comes with zero guarantees. No matter how much you plan, promote, and organize, there'll always be factors beyond your control that could throw your entire life off balance. Be it by the death of a loved one, a medical emergency, severe political and economic unrest, war, natural calamity, or anything that's not in your control. And knowing this rather sad truth, the ideal outcome you could possibly hope for is to reach the end of your life with as few regrets as possible. Because the feeling of regret is like slow poison. It only gets more potent with age. And there's no cure to make it go away. So, to avoid living a life that's good enough, do something today that you know you'd regret if it's left undone. Pick up the phone and express your feelings. Spend an hour more with your friends. Start working on that side hustle that you've been putting off for so long. Or go somewhere you really wanted to visit for a long time. Get up and do what you're hesitant or afraid of the most. Remember, without risk, there's no reward. That's about it for today's video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. Also, don't forget to share it with a friend if you think they'll find it helpful. I appreciate you all for watching till the end. See ya.